Good morning. I will start with this capturing of cost center grouping. So here we have I have just structured it. Your cost centers and cost center units, how you are going to group it. We have three cost center masters: contracting, rental, and trading division. Under contracting, I have one particular projects of all one particular company have some projects we are doing for Sabik, for example. Sabik has 2-3 projects running with them. So I have 2-3 projects running with the Sabik Harat project, Sabik Jubail projects. So I'm going to arrange this one and I have to fill this one in the cost center master. This is how I'm going to structure my cost centers. So we call this one as chart of cost centers. If you go to finance dashboard, you will find the chart of cost centers here. You can click on it. It will open up for you. There is a default cost center which is specified as your common overheads. This is all goes to the common overheads for all the divisions. You can segregate this one. You cannot rename this one. This will be set up as don't change or delete this one. Keep it as structured one. If they don't specify any cost centers, it automatically moves on the cost amount to this. Okay. So let's create this cost center structure, this chart of cost centers into the system. Let's go and add a new cost center unit. You know already how to lay out, print, search, grouping and all, and you know the structuring of this one also. I'm going to add a new cost center by clicking on add new cost center. When I click on it, first thing it's asking about the cost center code. So if I go to my structure, you can see there is a project called Sabik Harat project. I want to give a code for this. Normally when they assign a project, they used to get a code for it. Yes. Let's say we will say Sabik HR or Harat or something like that 9988. I have one project. So I will say for Sabik Jubail, I will say JBL and let's say 6677. Just for example, I'm putting. Okay. So this is the code I'm going to get. This will be identified to your project managers also. They might also have this particular code, and whenever they are submitting the bills for expenses or booking their revenue in the invoices, they will point out this particular project number. Okay. So let's go into, I'm going to create this project code, cost center code as Sabik HR 998, and here I'm going to specify my structure like Sabik Harat project. I will say Harat project. I can give the code also. If I want to identify in one single stretch, I can give the 998. So when I call 998, it means that it's a Harat project. So just I'm giving a specific code for it. Here I can use the second level, the cost center group. So I'm going to specify the cost center group, and I can specify the cost center master. So this is how we are going to structure it out. So contracting, Sabik projects, and then I have Harat project. Here I can write the remarks and who's the in charge for it. Sometimes you are calculating some kind of profit or anything for this particular coordinators or something like that. You can specify the in charge name. Or let's say Mr. Imran. Now you can also get the project list from your projects database. Say the projects division have a project module is there. They also create the projects there because before you start the cost center, they have some previous activities. When I start a project, I used to create a project number that will be created by the projects team. Project number will be created, and then they will specify what is the work we are going to do and what are all the documentation they submitted, how many people are recruited, and all these things. They might have a projection also. Okay. So all these things will be done there. So you can pull that information after you got awarded the project. Okay. Once the project is awarded, I can make it a project cost center, and I will fill that information in here. So right now I'm just manually doing it. I will save this information. Now I already created a Harat project, and I'm going to create, if you see here, under contract we have Sabik projects. Under that I have under Sabik projects I have Harat project. Okay, I'm going to create a new cost center right now. I'm going to add the Jubail one. I'm going to write the cost center unit, and I have already created. So once it's created, it will be listed out here for you. I can just choose from here also Sabik projects under contracting. Now Now I can give a particular name for this, Mr. Imam. He's the one, Imamuddin or something like that. Something like that. I just save this information. Now I have two projects under two cost centers. Okay?
Yeah.
So this is how you will structure it. Now I can use this one for whenever I book any expenses, any revenue, I can track by the projects. So let's go and check our how do I create a revenue setting. You can go to that modules. Let's say, for example, I'm going to make a new invoice for one client. Let's say add a new project, new invoice. Whenever I book a revenue for this company, Sample General Contracting Company, I'm going to deliver some things for them for this particular project or something like that. So let's say I have 500,000 worth of materials being delivered. That's for example. Okay, and this revenue must go to that 500,000, and this is my revenue 500,000. This should go to my Sabiq project. Okay, so I can go to, before I'm posting, before you see, we are booking the revenue account. So revenue from project support services, revenue from projects, and which cost center you will see here. Now you will show that that is for Harad project. This is for Jubail project. Let's say this is for Harad project, and then I'm going to post it. You know all the other things. Only thing you are missing is selection of the cost center. Rest of other things are same with this. Now I made an invoice and I posted this one, 500,000 worth of revenue being generated for the projects, and for the cost center Harad project I have 988. I have this revenue going, and if I can also add one more invoice just for another sample. Let's say I'm going to deliver something like 600,000 worth of revenue being generated for trading or projects or any division, and here I can use it for Jubail project. Okay, so it goes to, so I have a project, the approval and all these things you know already. So I just save this one. Now this went to that particular project. How many projects? Now I had made two invoices. 500,000 went to project 1 and 600,000 went to project 2. Correct? Okay. Now we are going to book some expenses through ad purchases, or we might pay cash directly. We may get some expenses from the expenses claim. Everywhere the expenses will happen. Sometimes your salary sheets, from the salary sheets also will get. Say for example, I employed one employee who is working from 1st of January to 10th of January in this particular project. So his salary and overtime should go to that particular project. Something like that. So this will be tracked. And your equipments also you can track on. Okay. Let's say for example, I'm going to book a expenses. Okay. Let's say I'm going to make a bad purchase from this Icon Solution company. I'm going to buy some material and I'm buying it for that particular project. Okay. Let's say I buy some. Okay. Let's say 200. How much it is? 100,000? 1 million. We'll make it 20. Okay. So I have 100,000 worth of. I'm just going to book on the expenses. Let's say purchase of material. I buy some materials for that particular project. I can book the project. Same thing. Okay. We have seen all these things except for this cost centers. So I'm going to book the cost centers Harad project. I'm going to post it. Now I bought some materials for this Harad project. So my cost is also added. Okay. Now what are all the other expenses in ways you can add is I have my petty cash account. Let's say I have petty cash search account. I have this many expenses going on every day. I have 4,000 Riyal worth of cash with me. Now one guy is coming, the project manager is coming. He's giving some petrol bills and fuel bills or any food bill or anything. Okay, I'm going to book the cash payment. Okay, go to cash payments. I'm going to say from petty cash account of Sanju, I'm going to pay, let's say fuel and oil. Okay, 285 Riyal cash paid to for Harad project. Okay, something like that. The narration I will write it neatly, and I will add this one. When I'm adding, it is asking, give me the project. So tell me which project you booked for. I booked for Harad project. I can also split it also. I can book it in for multiple projects also at the same time. So for time being, I'm going to book it for only one. And now I can write the narration and save and close this one. Now this has been booked 285 here. So we have expenses through purchase voucher, and which is going to the creditors, okay, as payable, and 285 I paid Mr. Saju for this particular cash. Sometimes I want to pay some, let's say there is scam charges. I want to pay to the for this expenses, but the payment is going through the bank. Yeah. So I'm going to make a bank payment from our Riyadh bank. I'm going to pay for transportation allowances, or we can say rent, office expenses, rent, or something like that. Okay, or camp rent is there. I don't have. Okay, I'm not going to create any other. Or let's say we have Jeddah office rent. Okay, let's say 2,500. Let's say 25,000. Okay. Camp rent for Harad project, something like that. Okay, I'm just booking under particular expenses group. I'm going to add this one. Now I can book for a particular project, the same thing. Okay, maybe this is for Harad project. There is only a certain amount. Maybe I want to share. There is two projects running, so both the projects, the expenses has to be shared. Maybe one will be taking 18,000. So the rest of the project can be. Rest of the amount can be shared by the other project, let's say Sabiq Jubail project. So both the rent I can split it into multiple. So I'm just add it, automatically it gives me the next 7,000 which is available to save and close this one. Now I have booked, it's not affecting my, it goes to my Riyadh bank account. If I say 25,000 being paid. Okay. So let's close this one. Now I had made so many things. I had made a revenue, I made some purchase bills, I made some petty cash expenses. I made some. If you want, we can see the expense claim also. Expense claim also, the cycle completes and it comes as a cash payment voucher or a bank payment voucher once it's completed. Okay. Here also, when they are booking, suppose I am making a new request, create a new expense claim request. This will be coming. The projects will be here. So you can choose the project and cost center code will automatically create. You want to book it for a different expenses, you can also book it for different.
Yeah, you can separate it maybe.
Yeah, you suppose this one also I can add amount here, and here you can segregate it. Here also you can choose for a particular line item.
Okay, that's if employees can choose.
Yeah, the employees can themselves they can choose.
Okay.
Okay, they can use it for Sabiq project and Jubail project and Harad project. You can segregate it and give it to them. Okay. Now, if I go to the finance dashboard, go to the cost analysis. I want to get the statement for my projects division, how much I'm earning in it. And if I go to analysis right now, it shows me the cost analysis part. Let's say now I'm going to filter out. If you see here, under administration, I have overheads. Before we have booked some in overheads. I don't want to care about it. I want to see only the contracting division. Okay, I'm going to filter out the contracting division. So under contracting division, I have Sabiq projects. The total projects, the total revenue I got is 1.1 million, 500,000 and 600,000. Yes. So 5 million. And then we have an expenses of 125,000. I have a net profit shows as on today like this. It is showing. I have two projects running in there. Correct. So I want the details of it. I can click on this arrow to expand it. So when it expands, it gives me two projects. 500,000 on this project, 600,000 in the other project. These are all the expenses done, and this is my segregation of profitability of it. Okay, now I can go and I want to know what are all the expenses being done for this. If I want to see 118,000 is there, what is the expenses? I want to give the detailed information. I can show fields. I can get the ledger account name and drag it in here. Okay, now it shows me Harad project fuel expenses. I have 285 here, and for the rent 25,000. In that 18,000 being booked for this one, 7,000 being booked for the other project. and I have 100,000 as material purchases.
Okay.
So it gives me the detail of it. If I want to know the what is this, to whom we paid this 285, do I have we can bring the narration? Yes, go to the show fields. I can get the entry narration.
Okay.
It will show me this is paid to Saju for RR project. This is for Camprint for RR project. This is a bill from Icon Solutions. Like this, it will give me the detailed description of it. If I want to see the vouchers, you can drag the vouchers also. Let's say I want to see the vouchers of this, and I want to open it. I can just simply click on it. It opens up the voucher for you, and you can also see what is the cost allocation for this particular fuel. It goes to that particular budget, and if you change it, it goes in, and you can come and refresh it also. Clear? So this is how you will identify your cost concepts, and you can also take the reports from here.
Okay.
Let's say Savik Harat projects, Savik projects. You can select. There is a predefined reports are there, like summary reports and detailed reports. Summary reports will tell you the summary report by date, cost center report by date, cost center group report by group, and group by date. Suppose I can say for a particular month only, like that also I can take. Now I am going to take the cost center report. Cost center report will give me for that particular cost center I choose in Harat project. You will see the expenses and booked in there. And I want to see the cost analysis for the detailed analysis. I want to see detailed report I can take, detailed group report I can take. Detailed report will give me what are all the with the information. Instead of dragging and all those things, it's all already available in there. Under Savik project, I have Harat project. Under that, I have fuel and oil, paid to Saju, and Jeddah office rent, purchase of bills, like this. So this might go a lengthy report. At the end of the year, you will get a very lengthy report. This will go, and you can submit to your project manager to review all those things. Maybe he will say that this is not my expenses. I need the details of it. You just go there and give the reports to them. This is how you take the cost analysis report, detailed report, and all. You can drag whatever fields you want. If you want to see the trial balance, the income statement in cost center way, also you can drag. You know how to pull the information, and you can take it into X into Y. Axis is used, change it. Automatically, it gives me a different perspective. I suppose if I want to take it this way, it can give me in this way also. So it gives me Savik projects, income how much, expenses how much, the total how much, for which ledger. Like this, you will change the dimension of the report. You change a different group of report. If I want to see all the groups, I can say contracting division. If you have multiple divisions, it will give me those divisions in a horizontal way. Okay. Okay. So this way also you can customize your report, and layout saving option. Everything is available in there. So you save this report, and you can say this is the cost center report by ledger, something like that. Okay. That's all about the cost analysis.